Their live streams since January have a cumulative over 2,000 views. It was recently brought to the attention of the PTA board about a post we made on Friday, March 31st, recognizing Trans Day of Visibility. A school board member reached out to a PTA board member asking who runs our social platform and requested we remove this post because it is a political issue. Shortly after, it was brought to my attention that the KMES Twitter page had removed the retweet recognizing Trans Day of Visibility. I found this unusual because they tend to retweet all of the posts. I found this troubling for a few reasons and reached out to Board Chair Kent Harfman and asked he place this issue on your agenda this evening so we could have an open conversation about it. Like my request in January, and not to my surprise, I was again denied. I was also assured that the board is committed to upholding your mission of nurturing, respecting, and valuing each person through a safe and welcoming environment. In addition, I was informed that the district does not take a position on political issues, implying that a trans person's right to be seen is a political issue. I'd like to speak about the mission and why this particular situation is a direct threat to the lives of our students. Your mission states what Kent said in his email about providing a safe and welcoming environment. I would like to give you an example. This was sent to me by a former KM student who has graduated from here within the last 5 years. I knew I was gay when I was 13. Nobody here, meaning the school, spoke of the LGBTQIA+ community, and I didn't know who I could trust. I had no resources, and I had no idea how to come to terms with who I was. K-12 education is the time when you learn the most formative things about yourself, but how are you supposed to find yourself when you must hide who you are every day? I shouldn't have had to wait until I was 19 to feel safe and accept myself. I will have to spend the rest of my life trying to unlearn the things Cass and Manorville taught me just to be happy at the most basic level. I deserve to be happy now, and I deserved to be happy when I was a student here. The Trevor Project recently released a survey showing that 59% of transgender youth boys have seriously considered suicide in the past year, and 53% non-binary youth. I know we have non-binary students in our community. I'm proud of them for their bravery and openly being who they are here. They deserve to be seen and heard in our community, not deleted like a retweet, because a friend of the board who regularly talks hate and discrimination on his own page complains, but then the district proudly posts him with Superintendent Matuska and board member Mark Torkelson lobbying at the Capitol. Isn't this a political statement in itself that you say you avoid? While I know that you cannot control what a community member posts on their private social media, you can control your own. Your mission also states that you will cultivate and model meaningful relationships. Meaningful relationships. It is clear to me that you are upholding that piece of your mission. It seems that this relationship is meaningful to you, but it is not meaningful to students and even staff who are relying on you to keep them safe and help them grow. Kent told me in his email that the school board remains neutral on sensitive topics to remain committed to serving all of our students. When you removed the retweet and requested ours was removed, what students were you serving? In this situation, you served one community member. You let down an entire group of people who are already struggling with themselves. You are responsible for the safety of these students, and that includes their mental health. I believe that you betrayed them. We chose this school district prior to kindergarten specifically for this school. I had and continue to have high hopes that my girls will be taught by the most loving and committed teachers around. My experience so far in the elementary school is that our teachers do just that. But I will continue to pay close attention to decisions that this school board makes regarding all students who belong to the LGBTQIA+ community, the support and love they receive during their most important years of their life. And I will continue to hold this board accountable when I see what I believe is blatant discrimination. Your mission talks about supporting lifelong learners in an ever-changing world. This world is changing. Will you? Brene Brown once said, "Clear is kind, unclear is unkind." Stop avoiding the tough conversations because you think you are being polite or kind. That is not kind. I will close by saying that our PTA has decided that our Trans Day of Visibility post supports our mission. As an independent nonprofit, we hold the right to keep it on our page. More importantly, we hold love and compassion for all. Our mission, every child, one voice. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura, for coming and speaking to the board this evening. I think we all in this room share the same mission, and that is nurturing and respecting our children, our families, and our staff here in the community. Without further public comment, we will move on to our consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll motion to approve the consent agenda.
Thanks, Kate. And a second? Thanks, Brandon. Any discussion on the consent agenda? Not all those in favor of approval, state aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We are on to action items. There is no old business, and new business is our consider of approval for the KMEM retiree MOU. Bob spoke to that a little bit previously. Just as a reminder, this is approval for our retiring or retired teachers so that they can still give 100% of their contributions can be put right into their health care savings plan. Do I have a motion to approve the KMEM retiree MOU 6.2.1?
I'll move to approve the KMEM retiree MOU.
All right, thank you, Brandon. And a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Amy. Any further board discussion? Not all those in favor of approval, state aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 7.1, our special board meeting is set for Monday, May 1st, and our next regular board meeting is set for Monday, May 15th. If that, then I will take a motion for adjournment. All right, thank you, Brandon, in a second. Thank you, Patrick. All those in favor of adjournment, state aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Aw. That's where I like to put my phone if I recording it, so it's go to the voice.
I was